In this program, we will explore profound concepts that will help you understand the nature of consciousness and how it can free you from all forms of suffering. By comprehending these principles, you will discover a path to inner peace and learn how to develop your full potential. The universe, in all its vastness and complexity, has fascinated humanity for millennia. However, advances in quantum physics and relativity theory have led us to a surprising realization. What we perceive as solid, tangible matter may ultimately be an illusion. This chapter delves into the idea that matter, in its essence, is a manifestation of energy fields and quantum fluctuations that balance to a perfect zero. Matter as we know it would not exist without the Higgs field. This field, omnipresent in the universe, interacts with subatomic particles such as quarks and electrons, imparting them with mass through the Higgs boson. Without this interaction, these particles would lack mass and could not form the atoms that constitute matter. Discovered in 2012 at the Large Hadron Collider, the Higgs boson provides a crucial explanation of how particles acquire mass. However, this mass is merely a form of condensed energy. According to Einstein's famous equation E=mc², mass is a form of energy, and energy can manifest in forms that appear to be solid matter. Modern physics tells us that the universe is a closed system where the total amount of energy is constant. However, this energy can exist in both positive and negative forms. For example, gravitational energy balances the positive energy of matter, leading to a net energy sum of zero. This concept of perfect equilibrium is essential to understanding the universe as a balanced system. Matter and energy are not separate entities but aspects of the same underlying reality maintained in balance. Thus, the entirety of the universe can be seen as a quantum fluctuation of the vacuum, where energies balance precisely to maintain a net sum of zero. In Tantric symbolism, this fundamental equilibrium of the universe is reflected in the relationship between Shiva and Shakti. According to Tantra, Shiva and Shakti represent the two primordial forces that comprise reality. Shiva symbolizes pure consciousness, and Shakti represents creative energy. These forces are not independent but are intrinsically interconnected and in constant balance. In Tantric cosmology, Shiva without Shakti is inert, and Shakti without Shiva is insubstantial. Only in their union can they create and sustain the universe. This balance between consciousness and energy, between the static and the dynamic, is what allows the manifestation of reality as we know it. What is this vacuum from which everything emerges and to which everything returns? Can we consider this vacuum the essence of the divine, of God, which originates creation and to which everything returns? If all matter and energy are temporary manifestations, what does this tell us about the nature of the universe and our own existence? Just as waves in the ocean, each material and energy form in the universe is a temporary expression of the underlying vacuum. Waves seem individual and separate, but are never truly separate from the ocean. Similarly, matter and energy seem to be separate entities, but are actually manifestations of the same fundamental vacuum. Waves represent the particles and matter we see in the universe. They are temporary forms that arise, transform, and eventually dissolve. The ocean symbolizes the quantum vacuum, the state of total equilibrium from which all temporary manifestations arise and to which they all return. The cycle of creation and dissolution. This cycle of creation and dissolution reflects perfect balance. Matter and energy are neither lost nor gained. They simply transform and return to the vacuum. This is essential to understanding the universe as a balanced system where each manifestation is temporary and transitory. Many spiritual belief systems suggest that God is the source of all creation and the final destination of all things. From this perspective, the quantum vacuum can be seen as a representation of the divine. It is the origin of all forms and the place to which all forms return. Creation and return. If we consider that God is the vacuum from which all matter and energy arise, then each material form is a temporary expression of the divine. As they return to the vacuum, these forms reintegrate into the totality of God. Unity and diversity. This view helps us understand that the diversity we see in the universe is a manifestation of fundamental unity. Every being, every object, and every phenomenon is a wave in the ocean of the divine. The metaphor of the ocean and waves invites us to reflect on the transient nature of our existence and the permanence of the vacuum, or the divine from which we emerge and to which we return. If the universe remains in a state of total equilibrium, then our experience of matter and energy is a continuous dance of creation and dissolution. How does our perception of life and death change if we understand that all material forms return to the vacuum? What significance does it have for us to recognize that each moment of existence is a temporary manifestation of a deeper, eternal equilibrium? Ultimately, this understanding brings us closer to a vision of unity and peace, where we recognize that all things are connected and that each form is a temporary expression of the infinite balance of the divine.